Happy Easter Sunday. You're tuned in to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. In today's show, a road safety message, a church steeped in history, and a chill spot. All this and more now.
The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, has extended the validity of all voters' IDs. Yes, I said it. All voters' IDs are valid until December 31, 2019. Businesses are being asked to continue to accept voter ID cards as a valid form of identification. Don't worry, the ECJ will continue to process new and replacement ID cards until the new expiration date. For more information, call toll-free at 1-888-991-8683 or email eojinfo@eoj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
Built in 1827, the PHILLIPPO Baptist Church represents a great part of our nation's history. Here's the story.
It was our own national hero, the Right Excellent Sam Sharp, an enslaved man and a freedom fighter who said, "I would rather die upon yonder gallows than live in slavery." That sentiment was also shared by many other slaves. But the fight for freedom and the hope for victory brought liberation to many. Right here in Jamaica, the movement to end slavery was very active, and landmarks across the island document this part of our history.
We are on the Emancipation Trail, and we're looking at the symbolic parts of Jamaica which relate to emancipation, a very important change of status in our country. We're here in the PHILLIPPO Baptist Church compound in Spanish Town. Spanish Town is a very old city, founded in 1539, I believe, and this particular site was where the Baptists created a congregation in 1818. And this church, built by the Baptists at the time of Reverend PHILLIPPO, was part of the congregation that was very supportive of the move to emancipate all enslavement. And that is a magnificent building going back probably close to 200 years. This church is very historic. Right here, under this tamarind tree, and identified by this plaque, is the slave chains which were buried on August the 1st, 1838. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Deacon Ivan O'Connor, a member of this congregation, who is going to tell us some more about this very historic site and its relationship to emancipation.
I understand that part of the Declaration of Emancipation was read from the steps of this church. And a deep hole was dug right here, and all the chains that were available were put in there and covered. And a tamarind tree was put there as a monument. I understand that the first tamarind tree was destroyed by the 51 hurricane, but it was replaced. And it stands here now as a monument where people can come and get tamarind and remember the slavery chains.
And touch the monument.
Right.
As part of our experience.
Right, it is here
of
as a
what
reminder.
Emancipation was all about.
Right.
But I also think we have to remind ourselves that the original official declaration was read from the steps of King's House,
That's
the facade which is still in front of the square.
That square is Emancipation Square, which is also in Spanish Town and just a few meters away from the PHILLIPPO Baptist Church. Here was once the town center. Other important buildings in the square include the Old House of Assembly, Rodney's Memorial, and the Old Courthouse. The area was severely damaged by fire as well as the 1692 earthquake, but parts of the buildings have since been restored and put to use. Back over at the PHILLIPPO Baptist Church,
we want to reaffirm how important the Baptist movement and denomination was to emancipation. They were major players in persuading the English government to declare free at last, emancipation on the 1st of August, 1838.
And it is believed that the chains of slaves were buried at the PHILLIPPO Baptist Church due to its close proximity to Emancipation Square and the unrelenting movement by the Baptist Church to put an end to slavery.
Somebody said some time ago, how can we write the history of Jamaica without including the Baptists? The Baptists were one of the churches that were very integral to the teaching of the slaves and emancipation. James PHILLIPPO was one of the persons who was integral in getting emancipation for the slaves in Jamaica.
While emancipation was declared for slaves, their conditions were not improved. So the movement for a more just society was challenged by Paul Bogle and George William Gordon. They were also part of the Baptist movement and later became two of our national heroes. As a result of this involvement, Baptist work in Jamaica became an enduring symbol of the church's opposition to slavery and all other forms of injustice.
This building was put up sometime about 1827 thereabout and has been maintained over time. It's a natural heritage site, and so the National Heritage Trust has control over what happens here. Right after emancipation, James PHILLIPPO established free villages like in Sligoville, in parts of Clarendon, and also established churches. So this church is steeped in our history in Jamaica.
The Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology is now accepting applications for the 2018 National Innovative Competition under the theme Recognizing Excellence in Innovation. Submit entries to any of our 11 categories to win cash grants and trophies. Applications must bear the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office's JIPO seal to indicate authenticity of submission. Applications must be mailed or delivered to Mrs. Andrea Carr, Coordinator for the Innovation Awards Secretariat at the Scientific Research Council, SRC. For more information, call 1-876-927-1771 or visit the SRC website, www.src.gov.jm. Application closes Monday, April 30, 2018.
Road safety should be a priority for Jamaicans, so as we go out this Easter weekend, be careful on the road and remember, don't drink and drive. Wear your helmet, save yourself, save a life.
Road safety must become a daily part of our lives. We must be responsible for our safety on the roads. Let's walk, ride, and drive with care, as the life we save may be our own.
The JJRA feels confident that our program this year will impact drivers, motorcyclists, pedestrians, and students, making them more aware of the importance of proper road safety practices.
We have to start at a tender age to regroup and educate the nation. We also undertake projects such as repainting of pedestrian crossing, facilitating blood drives, and conducting driving seminars. This year we'll be adding to our project a riding seminar, as motorcyclists need to be more aware of the safe practices.
Government takes seriously our responsibility to create safer roads for all our people, particularly our children and other vulnerable road users. That is why we have vigorously pursued the passage of the amended Road Traffic Act, which covers areas such as the establishment of the Island Traffic Authority and its functions, the road code, classification of vehicles, revocation of certificate of fitness, application grant and refusal of learner's permit or driver's license, and of course, offenses relating to the licensing of a driver. All of which we believe are critical areas that must be targeted to reduce road fatalities. Research conducted revealed that in 2014, it cost $8 billion Jamaican dollars to treat road crash victims at the various hospitals across the island, and indirectly affected productivity to the tune of $3 billion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we are truly to become a prosperous nation, every individual must play his or her part in curtailing the number of crashes and the deaths and injuries that result from them. All of us must continue to do everything in our power to ensure that we keep our figures under 300. And know that is the benchmark. But we need to see if we can even lower that benchmark this year to somewhere between 250 to 275. So I therefore urge motorists to desist from speeding, wear seatbelts, practice defensive driving, avoid using cell phones while driving. So again, I encourage pedestrians to use the road with caution. Use pedestrian crossings or safe places, walk facing the oncoming traffic, and again, always wear bright colors and light color clothing when in the dark.
Take road safety practices seriously and make a dent in the high fatality rate associated with motor vehicle crashes which plague our nation.
Let's get a little breeze on this land. All right. Now let's get some bounce in the rhythm. All right. Let's get some fire on our hearts. Now that is what we call all right. Run, come, get some Jamaica.
This evening we launch the first of hopefully a number of gastronomy centers across destination Jamaica. We selected Devon House to be the start not only because it is unique in its own offerings, we also selected Devon House because it's in the center of commerce and entertainment and culture in the Caribbean, the city of Kingston.
Gastronomy is one of the fastest growing reasons for people to travel. The World Tourism Organization estimates that the gastronomy market is approximately $150 billion. Boasting world-renowned food and beverage delights such as ackee and saltfish, jerk pork, coffee, and rum, Jamaica is being marketed as a food destination. The Tourism Ministry is serving a platter of treats to foodies. Serving the helpings are gastronomy centers of Jamaica, stops for guests to cook, dine, and be educated on Jamaican food.
We're going to be establishing here at Devon House the first gastronomy club, and we will be building a special kitchen so that that dream of putting the first standalone kitchen without a chef, without a cook, without anyone except those who will see to its campness throughout the period. And we will be marketing that kitchen as a location for visitors from across the world to come to Devon House and cook. So you will bring your families on a Sunday afternoon, and we'll be establishing a farmer's market just next door to it. The final thing that we want to do here at Devon House in advancing this gastronomy prototype is to establish a food shop. You move from shop to shop and you just nibble, you just pick and eat different types of cuisine. So you perhaps start with a little rundown. The next shop is jerk chicken, the next shop is jerk pork, the next shop is ackee and saltfish.
It seems a perfect combo. Devon House, built by Jamaica's first black millionaire in the 1800s, has transcended into a haven for ice cream lovers and socialites. Already on site, some 14 eateries featuring local and international cuisine.
I think it's an excellent idea. I think the time has come for that. We serve both Jamaican food, international food, and we also have an Italian pizzeria.
What we do is a thin crust pizza with fresh dough, daily prepared, and we combine it with the Jamaican flavors. So like the Jamaican pizza is ackee and callaloo, or jerk pork, jerk chicken. We also do Hawaiian, pepperoni, so we try to please all kind of buds.
It's a fabulous idea. One, because Devon House has such rich history, and I believe that it's in line with our culture. It's just whatever it is that comes and intertwines together as one. You know, food, culture, music is a lifestyle.
I know it's going to be much more exciting. I believe what the Ministry of Tourism have done so far in terms of the improvement on the property is just amazing, and I just know it's going to get better as it goes along. The other retail shops that are here is also a wonderful combination. The atmosphere is great. We love it for Rev Jewelry and Accessories because it lends to the energy and the synergy of what we have to offer. So I'm very happy about this move.
It's an absolutely amazing idea. If we can bring gastronomy and market that as a tourism destination, or as a tourist choice rather, that would be amazing.
The thought of persons in Jamaica and all that has always been, why is our food not more out there, Why isn't that more people coming just for the food? So, with the minister's vision, it was really about putting that plan into reality.
So happy that the minister has been able to fuse food across the world, Jamaican with Chinese, Jamaican with Italian, Jamaican with Indian, Jamaican with French. Any cuisine across the world, we can fuse it with some of our jerk seasoning or some things that are synonymous to Jamaica.
We are particularly happy at this initiative by our minister. The more people that utilize Devon House to come there for different experiences, it means that Devon House will be more self-sufficient in generating funds for the upkeep and maintenance of this heritage site.
When you create a gastronomy center, create an opportunity for not just locals. The locals already understand Devon House, but the tourists that may come, it may attract visitors from the cruise operators, because it's a big deal. And I think it's something that we need to push and drive, because the history and culture of Devon House actually fits very well with the new model, the new proposed model.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
If you are looking to get out of the hustle and bustle of the town this weekend but still would like the sun, sea, fish, and of course some bun and cheese, visit the Breadbasket Parish. A treasure awaits.
A quaint bed and breakfast perched on the edge. Villas nestled within beautiful flora and fauna. The perfect pathway for road races. We're at the desert coast of Jamaica, the spot that's said to receive the least amount of rainfall in the country, yet verdant with natural beauty. Welcome to Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. The area of Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth has been earmarked as a pilot project to drive the development of community tourism across the island, and rightly so. For more than a decade, the residents have been capitalizing on the natural resources which surround them and bonded together to create an environment in which tourists can visit, sip, and sleep. This was long before the term community tourism was even popularized.
Persons in Treasure Beach want this area to remain low density. We want development, but we want low density, sustainable development. We do not wish to become a commercial resort, high density area.
But with the island pulling in more than 3.65 million visitors in 2015, Treasure Beach is pushing hard to snatch a significant share of that number from the all-inclusive resorts. They want visitors to know that Treasure Beach is where there is peace. The area covers some 25 square miles, including the communities of Great Bay, Billards Bay, and Fort Charles. This is the Breadbasket Parish. With about 70,000 farmers in residence, food is abundant and natural. It offers a recipe for farm-to-table, dinner and lunches. Wellness festivals and sport events are also on offer at the place where public and private partners harmoniously erect business and social enterprises.
The products produced out of those workshops we sell in our craft shop. The people who participate, they get a share of it and we get a share of it. We keep 20%, the other 80% is split up to the people who make the products.
This is the perfect getaway for the people who are up and about, busy every day.
Welcome to Treasure Beach. And welcome to one of the several treasure tours buses that we have here. We're very happy that this is a JTB approved, Transportation Authority approved bus.
The people that come here, they want the high living, you know.
We come here to just be happy in the sunshine and in the sea.
We have been coming here since 1998, first time, and we've come back to Ital Rest 5 times.
In support of Treasure Beach's ventures, the government has provided an injection of $48 million from the Tourism Enhancement Fund to help the community implement its developmental projects. The program forms part of government's efforts to execute the community tourism policy recently tabled in Parliament. It has proven that through community tourism, the earnings gained from the broader sector can be further filtered to the ordinary man.
Whether you're a farmer, whether you're a fisherman, whether you're a bar owner, a restaurant, you name it, a coconut vendor, you are a part of this fabric of what we call Treasure Beach.
We hope to see you soon. Come home to Treasure Beach. You'll want to stay.
All eyes have been on St. James, Montego Bay over the last couple months regarding the bloodshed, regarding the murder. But we are going to turn that table by the grace of God.
Montego Bay St. James comes alive from April 19 to 21 for Supernatural Encounter at the Montego Bay Convention Center. The event, which is being hosted by Trumpet Call Ministries, promises to be an exciting one amidst all the recent tension in the parish.
We are bringing Apostle Gabriel Maldonado into Jamaica, and we are uniting the body to ignite revival. What does that mean? We are bringing the body of Christ together from across this nation and from across 15 different nations.
Over 20,000 persons are expected to be in attendance over the 3-day period, praying for a better world, praying for a better Jamaica. Supernatural encounter, aiming to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
The blood that Jesus shed for me way back on Calvary. The blood that gives me strength from day to day. It will never lose its power because it reaches to the highest mountain.
We're at the end of another Jamaica Magazine, and I hope you found our program informative. Send your feedback to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Stay informed on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter. Or download our app on your Apple and Android devices to catch up on the go. You can also visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.